Hello, dear viewer and listener, and people doing neither, and welcome to the brand new show from ABW, ABW Series X. Nothing to do with Xbox before anybody starts. No way. No, we're not hoping that people accidentally see that and click, oh, I'll go and watch that. It's probably breaking information about the Xbox Series X, which is absolutely no point buying because it's no bloody good for you. Just don't bother at all. With me tonight is, John's not here because they're upgrading his internet. So John might pop on if they sort his internet out. And if they don't, then it's just going to be going in alphabetical order. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. It's Josh. Howdy doody, Josh.
Hey, Danny. It makes it easier because both our letters are next to each other as well. So you could have just done that. You didn't need to go through the alphabet.
You're surprisingly tall.
Am I?
Yeah, we saw you walking off through your. It's a shame you haven't got any pants on, but we saw you walking off into the distance. And Kris just looked at the screen and started crying. I said, "Why?" And he went, "He's so tall, and I'm so little."
I think the reason I'm not wearing any pants is to show off. One of the reasons why we're here as well.
Oh, well, we'll talk about that
spoiler
in
alert.
A second. Here he is. It's the evil dwarf, the man who you can no longer catch on Twitter. It's Mr. Kris Carpenter. Ahoy, hoy, shit, mate. How you doing?
Hello, you fuck. I'm fine. How's life? That was the best. Honestly, that was the first thing that came out of my mouth. That's just the first thing that came out of my mouth. Then I don't even know where that came from. It just there it was, just like that. Hello, you fuck.
One of the greatest things that Gimli always used to introduce me. Here he is, the fat oaf.
Yeah. Every time.
Oh dear, do miss him. Bless him. Shame that he went crazy and was carted off to Australia, where the rest of the actually they don't go there anymore, do they? I don't know where they put them. Probably Norwich. That's where all the deviants going. Isle of Wight.
Yeah. Or the Isle of Man.
They're both the same thing, really. You know, you in the Doggerland. Look that up, people. Global warming at its finest. Used to be able to walk from Norwich to Norway. Imagine that.
John's from Doggerland, isn't he?
I think it's named after him. That's his middle name. Oh, yes. Right. You ready for this, people? We'd have to be a little bit sensible for 5 minutes. We have been doing podcasts since June 2013. We have done 700 odd shows. We've had Gav sponsors a couple of times. We had the blokes who make the placemats and the tactics and stuff on it. We've had a few other things. We've actually got a proper sponsor. So we're going to spend 5 minutes talking about the sponsor in a nice way because they're nice people. It's Manscaped. And already you're thinking, I've heard other people go, hello, I'm sponsored by Manscaped. Thank you. Goodbye. We don't do that at ABW. We do it properly. So we've all got our stuff. They sent me, Kris, John and Josh, the Manscaped 3.0 stuff. There's my one. And we're all going to say why we like it. I've used it on my head because I'm grossly obese and I haven't seen my undercarriage since 2001. Ever since I had my daughter, I lost my figure completely. Kris just lost his will to live. That's unfortunate. So when we were talking to the people at Manscaped, I said, I don't really need one because I can't reach my balls. And I said, the amount of flesh and hair, I'm mostly hair. I said, can I use it on my head? They said, yes. I said, can I use it on my sideburns? They said, yes. I said, I'll have one then. So they sent me it. And there you go. Look, I'm going to show you my one close up because I'm kind of like that. That has got up to 90 minutes of use. My current one, which is over there under the table, which I was using about a week ago, I got fed up with it. I couldn't hold it. It was not because I'm fat and greasy, the grease gets on my hands and the hands get on this and then I drop it and I can't hold it. And it ran out of battery after 15 minutes. So I picked it up, I threw it over there under the table and it's broken. 3 days later, this one turned up. Look how small that is. Look how lovely that is. Do you want to hear it turned on? Look at that, Josh. It's got a light.
It's got a light. You see everything there. It really does illuminate your balls in what can only be described as a disgusting light.
Yep.
Never
90
has
minutes.
light been shone upon it.
90 minutes that'll do. And with my fat, greasy hands, with my arthritic, fat, greasy hands, I don't lose the grip of this. So I can do the whole lot. I did the top of my head, only the first few bits there, did all that. Smooth as a baby's bum. Absolutely loved it. And like the man bag as well. But I don't want to hog it. I don't want to hog. Josh, what have you got to say about Manscaped?
I got this really nice bag that I can store my bits and pieces in. So you see, it is a bag. There's not a magic trick here, but to be honest, it will drop below the screen and then I can pick anything out and go, oh, look, there was this inside. It wasn't. This wasn't
that one. Inside, that's my one. And inside that, I had a brand new Honor 8X phone, mobile phone. That was in that my one. Wasn't.
I don't believe that.
Lying. They're not going to give you a £200 phone.
It's nice to see Formula Noza has really hit the mark here by saying, imagine listening to this in podcast form. I think that goes for every show we do. Imagine just listening to it.
Show us the back again, Josh.
I got a newspaper. Well, I was going to go into the newspaper, which even gives you some style guides. So if anybody can pick their favourite style, I don't necessarily do requests on this. You can see no one. I know exactly, but there is one. There is one for everybody except Kris. He can't have the social one, not because he's antisocial, but we all know why. Sorry, Kris. There's a little tweet. One thing I would wonder though is who is well. This probably says more about me than it does about anyone else. But who is so?
He's frozen, Kris.
Oh no, I thought it was me. What? He's frozen.
What a time to freeze!
What a time to freeze! Look at that.
Oh, Josh, he's probably talking to himself now. Look at everybody. If you have that much pubes and you want to shave them all off, like every grown man should do, apparently, then you can have. Which one of those would you have, Kris? I personally go for the Get Lucky because of my Irish heritage.
Well, genuinely, I remove all. So I'd have to say none of those. But I can show you what you actually get.
I was very impressed with the box.
Yeah, well, this is the box. See, I'm one of the few people who hasn't yet delved in, if you will. Because
you didn't know you got a man bag.
Well, no, I didn't. So it comes in this little box here, like a shoe box. I'm a little bit of an OCD person, as you all know. So your balls will thank you, is what it says for our podcast people there. But it does come beautifully packed, in fairness. It's all nicely laid out there. You get some ball cream, genuinely. It's actually called a Reviver, which is a ball toner. Yes. And you get ball deodorant, which I think probably right now, if I was you, I would probably be looking to store that up for the summer. Because once coronavirus goes away, hopefully, if next summer, when you're out on the Raz, that's probably the time you want to use that. Because let's be honest, you're in a nightclub, all right? You're pulling out all your best John Welsh moves. You get the lady or gentleman to your car, have a little pashy, snoggy. Maybe you're a little bit drunk. You have a little fumble and you go, oh dear.
Gunky balls.
It's a bit cheesy down there. Not with Manscaped. No. Your balls will smell like fresh heather. And that's where everybody should be applying this. Nowhere else. Don't put it anywhere else because it could get messy.
No armpits. Could you put no armpits, do you think?
What?
Could you put it under your armpits?
I shave those as well. So probably.
What's in that?
You get some pants. This little nicely fold up here, some boxers. Spoiler alert, Danny fucked up. So Danny ordered me the 3XL pants. So I probably won't be using these, I'm going to be honest. I'm waiting for the mediums.
You could use them for camping.
Absolute tit. You also get this little mini bag here.
It's got the charger in it.
It has the charger in it.
And it's got it's got the end bit, so you can, if you want to go for a light trim rather than a full crew cut. And the charger.
A full Ripley in Alien 3. So that's my box, and underneath I think you'll find is where that's where the bag is down there, and your instructions, and probably a bag of silica gel because everything comes with that. But no, genuinely, I'm very impressed. I use an actual proper razor.
We're getting hate in the chat from Jeff Pullenfriend and
my
Josh is back.
Armed right there. Josh is back. But yeah, I was genuinely impressed with the layout and everything. And like I say, I'm a razor man. I'm old school. I like to live on the edge. But much like putting your contact lenses in without neutralizing solution, you'll only ever cut your balls with a razor once before you think, I need to rethink this idea. And I think Manscaped is a great way to go. So there you go.
I think Harry's razors took me down.
Who did?
Lost my Harry's razors.
Don't talk about them splitters. Because at the moment I have one corded head shaver. I've got one rechargeable head shaver, which is down there on the floor. And I bought one that is like the Manscaped one that was a lot cheaper, which doesn't work, only lasts for about 10 minutes. And then I've also got the one where it's a gold thing, and it's got 4 of the spinny things around the edge and 1 spinny thing in the middle. You're meant to hold it on your head and do that lot. You do that, I'm so hairy, you do that for about a minute and then you have to empty it again. And so I don't use any of that lot. And
that sounds a little bit like me. Go for a minute and have to empty it again.
So Josh, you were telling us, I have picked the Shamrock one, and Kris has said he can't pick any of them because he is a hairless man.
Oh, well, that's perfect for him, isn't it? Or did he remove it all? I think I'm going to go for the Crown, to be honest.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I think it's the one that's most accessible and easiest to do, other than the original, because, original is just what you got already. So, yeah, I think mix it up. I'll go for the Crown and see what I get there. But did you talk through the deodorant as well?
Oh, yeah.
Kris did say if you've got sweaty balls in the summer, the deodorant would be a good idea. But you were going to say about you could shave your balls in the dark because of the light.
You can. So whatever use you've got, you might be, say, John Welsh. I think that's why he's not here this evening. It's nothing to do with his internet. But when you're out in Doggerland and you're having your way and you get a few complaints about how perhaps there's a bit too much going on down there, too much foliage. Well, you know what? You can have plugged this in, had it going on your cigarette lighter, charging on the way there, whip it out. You got the light there. Woof. Don't need to stand in front of the car. You can do that wherever you are. In, out, done. And that is dogging.
The amount of times that John has been out and he's had to put one leg up on a brick wall, had the car headlights on main beam as he's having a quick trim. Now, you don't even have to have it in your lighter, Josh. 90 minutes of buzzing away and a light. Brilliant.
It sounds every girl's dream, doesn't it?
We've all been there. You're out on a date. The headlights are not working and you need to put your foot on a brick wall. We've all been there. I mean, let's face it. So, and I don't know if there's a product on the market that women can use of this description. I'm sure John's met many that could probably make use of it. That's for sure. But yeah, as Jeff points out in the chat, nobody wants to comment on dank dingleberries. Well, don't have dank dingleberries. Make sure they're nicely, looked after.
And there's also a toner. There's also a toner in there as well.
Yes,
who doesn't want to have more toned a ball sack?
I need that at the moment. I'm quite droopy at my age.
Yeah, exactly.
It'll keep the cats off it.
Stop you rolling over it.
It would help.
Yeah.
I was talking to Femi, and Femi said, I was thinking of getting one of these. Now, if you are going to go and get one, you go to, I've got the website up there, you go to uk.manscaped.com, or just put Manscaped into your search engine of choice, go in there, and when you buy it and it's in your basket, you can use the code Bergkamp, uppercase, lowercase, whatever case you want, and you'll get 20% off. We're not getting paid for this. They just sent us some of their stuff. And we don't get any. They're not going to throw any money at us for if you do go and use your 20% off. But then go and do it and buy it and love it.
And Christmas is coming, so like if you ever
treat the person in your life with
hairy
shaved balls,
exactly. Give them to your dad. Make Christmas awkward again. That's the way to do it. And the high street's shut. You can't go and get these things on the high street. So have it delivered straight to your door. You don't have to be worried about going and buying.
Well, it's even more perfect. What would be more worrying than sending that gift to your parents because you can't go there because it's locked down, and watching him open that in front of his wife, going, "Yeah, what the fuck has my son just brought me?"
Over the dinner table, over the turkey.
And we've all played Call of Duty, and there's nothing worse than a hairy teabagging, is there, when you've been killed? We don't want that. So this is all out.
You say we've all played Call of Duty. I think I turned it on, got killed 7 times, and then uninstalled it. So I don't know
Probably
if that
for the
counts
best.
as playing it, but yeah, no, that's right.
So there you go. So then go to manscaped.com and go and order one. Use the discount code Bergkamp. And then make them very happy because they've sent us 4 of them and we've all used them. So you can use it for any part of your body. The only way that could be any better is if they had it so it could trim my toenails or nostrils. Nostrils would be a good one.
I mean, if you've got big enough nostrils, then I'm sure it can do that as well.
Yeah.
I have been blessed with huge nostrils.
It's the only thing.
Our Jeff says, nobody wants a comment on dank dingleberries. Nobody wants dank dingleberries. Matt Roberts says, nice to have an actual walkthrough. There you go. We've helped someone out. Matt Roberts has also put, that should be this channel's slogan, make Christmas weird again. Fantastic.
Yeah. So I came up with that on the fly because I'm all about content creation, you know.
Oh, here we go. K-Man says, Mark Cuban invested in Manscaped on Shark Tank, then Manscaped shot to the top. They are. It's good. All those other ones. It means that I don't have to worry about.
It is also waterproof as well. So if your shark does have hairy balls, you can help that as well.
Trim it up.
You can shave your shark. In there, Kris is a shark expert, and he will tell you they have notoriously hairy balls.
They do. I know my sharks.
They are.
Don't suffer from cancer, though. Interestingly,
they do or they don't.
They don't.
Oh, there you
Sharks
go.
don't get cancer. Yeah, there you go.
Bless them. Good. Snappy fuckers. So, one more time, go to the website, manscaped.com, use the code Bergkamp, get 20% off, and thank us later. And if you want, send us pictures of your hairy balls to.
Don't.
I'll give you Chris's message me. I'll give you Chris's email address.
No.
And any pictures of. And ladies can use this as well, Kris.
No.
Yeah, any ladies with balls, you can also use the Manscaped products.
Yes, indeed you can.
Well, I've shown this to my mum, who's 76, and she said she loves it.
For the love of Christ.
So it's for the ladies in your life as well.
Should we
move on?
Yeah, I think we probably
Well, talking of cocks and balls, should we? Kris was talking about the Spurs game earlier.
You're not happy about it, are you, Kris?
No. All these people that are saying, "Oh, but what if Spurs win the league? What if Spurs might win the league? I never know they might." They won't win the league. Okay, they're Spurs, for fuck's sake. All right, they won't win fuck all. We know that. But
double negative, but we get what you mean.
But for Christ's sakes, like anybody who plays FIFA, okay, Jeff's in the chat. Jeff will know what I'm talking about here. Every weekend, or in fact, not even weekends now. You can play rivals. You could even bloody squad battles these days. Every opponent you play plays one depth, drop back, counter attack. They sit in their own half like little virgins, waiting for you, soaking up the pressure, and then run off up the field, score an AIDS goal that like nobody's ever seen, like just ridiculous, and then sit behind the ball for another 90 minutes. And Mourinho is like, he is to blame. He brought this into football, and people will say, "Oh yes, Kris, but it works." Yeah, it works against sides managed by a bold fraud. And it works against sides who people have worked out, Man City, but it doesn't work against everybody. And they'll get theirs. You know, they're on an average run. You know, because obviously, you know, in terms of Spurs, good means average. They'll get found out, I'm sure. There's no problem. I've got no concerns. But if I'm going to watch football, I just want to watch something enjoyable. Or Spurs get a smashing, and neither happened tonight. So. Yeah, not impressed. I hasten to add. I enjoyed Villa and Brighton though. That was quite fun earlier on.
That was a great game because
it
was two teams who didn't really know how to defend, trying to defend.
Yeah,
but that's what happens when you have an Australian midget in goal. And Leno would have saved both Brighton goals. That's a given.
Maybe. And also, while we're on the subject of bad teams to watch, I feel for Newcastle fans because that wasn't easy to watch at lunchtime. My God, they are bad. I mean, like Chelsea are sort of, again, frauding it up at the top, and they think they're amazing. Again, who have they played in recent weeks? But, yeah, thanks, Nishan. Yeah, they're a hard watch, Newcastle, my God. And it's a shame because I actually really like Newcastle as a place and the fans. And I don't think it's all Steve Bruce's fault, to be perfectly honest. But... yeah,
well, once Callum Wilson was injured, they had to go, "Oh fuck, we're playing
Joe Linton
again."
Yeah, I know. I mean, imagine.
Poor sods, and the guy's just like, "Fuck's sake!"
And imagine looking to the bench and going, "Christ, we need a goal. What shall I do?" Andy Carroll. Oh God. I mean, it's like rewinding to 1995, isn't it? It's just, yeah, tough times. So that was my day. Great fun.
I walked to the pub and bought some beer. That was what I did.
That sounds better.
I got Sexy Frank to come round, have a look under my bed, because I'm selling everything I own on eBay, because if I drop dead, it's going in a skip. Unai is the best. And so he got all my old Guitar Hero stuff out, because Guitar Heroes on the Xbox going for about 80 quid each if you've got a game with it. And I've got 5 of the guitars. and I've got a boxed one that hasn't been used. I've got all Sean's Pokemon, about 600 Pokemon cards from about 2008, and so I'm just going to go through everything and then selling it all. And
is that a Christmas rush thing or what? What's that?
It is, yeah. There's a bloke, Andrea and Nick Hills on YouTube, and he was saying that he's been getting normally the Guitar Heroes would go for about 15, 20 quid. He said now you put a game with it, which I've got 9 different games for it. That he said he's been selling them at 80 quid on Amazon. So there you go.
I gave mine away years ago. I had the drums, 2 guitars. I gave it all away.
I've got a sealed Guitar Hero, Band Hero Guitar Hero. I've got a sealed box up in the loft. They go for 400 quid. There's one for sale on Amazon for 400 quid. And I've got a used one, which should be about 200 quid.
Well, there you go. So that's where you make your money, boys and girls.
Certainly is. Unai, have you seen how well he's doing with Villarreal in Spain?
Yeah, he's a classic example of a good manager who works in his home. He works at the right club and just didn't work for us. He was never a bad manager. He just wasn't very well fitted for us, unfortunately.
He had the same problem in Russia, didn't he? When you look at the top of the league, they're 1 point behind. Say that again, Josh?
And France.
He did. To be fair, he did all right at PSG. But
I mean, everybody does all right at PSG. You just send out the right player. You just got to pick 11 people and you're all right.
Well, as Thomas Tuchel is finding out after last night. But yeah, I know what you mean.
What happened last night?
They lost 3-2 to Monaco, having been 2-0 up.
Fabregas scored a penalty.
Yeah,
that's why Cesca's trending.
Yeah, Kevin Volland with a new lease of life in Monaco as well. But yeah, they were dog in the second half. PSG, absolute dog.
Oh, that's terrible.
Still win the league though, won't they?
Yeah, I mean Tuchel will be fired, but they'll still win the league.
Lily, no, get down.
Yeah, dog.
Piss off. Get down. Get down, dog. Yes, indeed.
Anyway.
Yeah, because it was. I do miss old Cesc. So, what are we gonna do at the weekend? We've got no party, no El Neni, so it's gonna have to be going back to the Ceballos Xhaka. That's if Ceballos isn't suspended for beating up his teammates. See that who was it? Ornsteinio put something up saying there was been a fight, blood was drawn, blah blah, and then Ceballos just you wouldn't have seen this, Kris. Ceballos just retweeted it with the word "fake." You see that, Josh?
Yeah, I did see it. At some point, I'm sure both of them will get into the octagon and they will have a good old fight.
Or it'll be like a David Brent comedy boxing match.
Like that. But Arteta has kind of come out in the press conferences today and yesterday when he's done them and just gone through. Just basically, it sounds like he's going to do a hit on someone, whoever leaks the information, because he wasn't best pleased that kind of stuff got out. And I mean, I haven't seen from our normal Arsenal Twitter standards that people have gone through Danny Ceballos' Instagram for the past 4 days to see if he's got a cut on his nose. So clearly it is fake news because nobody's mentioned it. No one's gone through and trawled around, see if, David Luiz got some scuffed knuckles. No, nothing like that. So we must be fine. It must just be whatever.
Talking of Brazilians, twice, Josh, we talked about giving yourself a Brazilian. Just talked about Luiz. Let's make it a hat-trick of Brazilians and your man crush from Martinelli. I've been watching your Instagram. Do you want to tell the beloved people what you've been tweeting, messaging, Instagramming? Fuck it. Whatever you've done.
He's back in training. I'm very happy. He is the lock screen on my phone, is Gabriel Martinelli.
And I see you're with EE.
Sorry?
Yeah, I see you're with EE.
Yeah, I am with EE.
You give it away. We can track you with that.
Kevin Bacon. He's my best bud. That's why we go together like bacon and eggs.
Balls and shavers.
Balls and shavers.
Salt and pepper.
Balls and toner. Balls and deodorant. All those things. Balls and bags. Balls and bags.
There you
go together. There we go. Got it there. I can see Mike Hertz is here as well. Hello, Mike. How are you?
Matt Roberts says that's twice this season. Ceballos has had an argument. What was the other one?
Well, it's not supposedly. We definitely all saw it on camera where he had a square up with Eddie Nketiah when they were warming up. There was no supposedly about that one. We saw
what happened. I missed that.
It was in the warm-up at Fulham, wasn't it? They were having a little rondo and they squared up to each other.
Yeah, and then I think Ceballos went through in and said, bomb all the Catalans, and Nketiah was having none of it.
Yeah.
He has said that before, so I can say that, and it's not libelous.
But allegedly, just on the off chance that you dreamt it. No,
I saw it in the Daily Mail.
Oh, well, that's definitely
True, then.
definitely happened then.
Definitely happened. Yeah, no, he had to go at Nketiah at half time. I don't know why. Yeah, it was at half time. I don't think it was I think it was before the game.
Don't talk to Josh about getting things wrong at half time, eh, Josh? Like, you were furious with that Athletic article, weren't you?
Oh, I was livid. So angry. I was like, fuck's sake.
You just touched on it there, Danny, about the Twitterless life I have now. It's actually kind of, like the old days where you just didn't know anything that was going on in the world.
See what Kris, see what Nick has done.
Yeah, I did just see that.
And then he's followed it up with maybe.
Maybe, yeah. One day should be the hashtag there. But yeah, it's actually kind of, you actually sort of miss things again. Like something will come up and you'll be like, oh, I didn't know that. And because I can still view Twitter, I just can't see things. But I got a slightly unpopular view on this. I'm calling Ornstein a fraud.
Oh,
I think he's a fraud.
It's not like you to have a
I've
contrary opinion.
I know. Who'd have thought? But no, I think he's a fraud. I think he's a fraud. I think he built his reputation off the back of getting a few things right, and now I think he's on the same level as John Cross. I think he's just a bit of a fraud. I think he looks for little tidbits and tweets about them. I don't think half the stuff he's got has got any what's the word? Substance to it. I feel like a lot of it's just rehashed from. He's like one of these personalities to me. He seems to like get all of his information off of sort of lesser journos and then passes it off as his own. I think
it's all about the AFC Bell now as well. Anyway,
yeah, it is, isn't it?
He knows all the stuff.
He's the new kid on the block.
At some point, one of us will attempt to say the Hungarian player's name.
Szoboszlai.
Or no, I think it's Szoboszlai.
Dominic Szoboszlai. And in
Happy
Hungarian.
birthday, Tom, if you're watching this. I was trying to ruin your Hungarian mate's name. It's his birthday today.
Here's a fun fact for you. In Hungary, they often say their first name second. So it'd actually be Szoboszlai Dominic if you're in Hungary. If you're in Hungary.
In Hungary.
Hungary contrary. So yeah. He's a good player though, very good player. As you say, Tom's been following him for a while, but he's a good player. I think
he's good. I don't think he could he make the step up though? That's the thing.
Yeah, I think so. Chris Ladato's Lions are through in the MLS playoffs, by the way, just won on penalties. I think
the nicest way possibly, it is the Austrian top division.
Yeah, but he's 20, he's got the frame already, and I feel like he's the sort of player that you can tell when a player is technically good enough, can't you? It doesn't matter what league they're in. If they're technically good enough, he's got all the attributes as an athlete. I think if you're only paying about, I don't know, say, I was going to say 10 quid then. If you're paying like 10 to 15 million, I think he's worth a stab. If they want 30 million or something, then maybe you've got to.
I think it's 25, isn't it? Is his apparent release clause. So,
I think that's probably worth a gamble because I think you'd probably get him for 20, wouldn't you? If his release clause is 25, you'd probably get him for 20. So, I think so. Breaking news as well. Jeff just messaged me. He said, I had to drop off when you started talking about Mourinho's tactics.
Don't need that. Love
you, Jeff. I think he's probably a good bet to potentially have a little dabble. The trouble is there'll be a lot of other clubs that will potentially. What the hell is going on in? Sorry, this is mental. So people who are listening to this will be like, "What are you on about?" I'm watching the MLS playoffs penalty shootout between Orlando and New York City. Right?
They're not taking them from the halfway line, are they? Again?
No, but New York missed the first one, and Orlando thought they'd won it. So they scored what they thought was a winning penalty. The coach ran off down the doodah. They ran off celebrating. Smoke went off. Everything went off. The goalkeeper went mental. It's since then gone to VAR. The goalkeeper has already been warned about coming off his line. The referee's gone over to him, has said he was off his line, has now booked him a second time and sent him off. And now they're bringing on a reserve goalkeeper to take what could be just one more penalty. Only in America, boys and girls. Only in America. I'm waiting for Trump to try it out and take the winning penalty now.
Martin McDermott wants to know, did we see Danny Olmo against Germany? I take it that was for Spain. Is he? Wasn't he playing in Russia until recently, or somewhere cold?
RB Leipzig he plays. in Germany. He's
So
very good. He's another one who's
6-0.
from Salzburg. Yeah, they battered them. Danny Olmo is very, very good. Yeah, he will go somewhere bigger than Arsenal, unfortunately. But yeah, he's very, very.
You missed a wonder tweet for me,
Spanish
Chris.
playmaker.
I did a wonder
Why
tweet,
did I miss a
one
tweet?
of my
I'm not on
specials.
Twitter.
Yeah,
What did
I
you-
put
what did you
the that 6-0 defeat was the biggest, was their second biggest defeat since England international. What, it's not called England, it was England something, beat them 9-0 in 1801 or something, and then I put in brackets at the bottom, unless you include World War One or World War Two.
I bet you got lots of love on that one, didn't you?
GFP, German flower pot. We have 3 German cars, and I do like the German national team. And then I did a picture. I did Spain 6, Germany 0, and then I put that picture that Can't Draw Arsenal did of Mesut Ozil drinking a cup of tea, and I put hashtag Ozil knows. He's playing Croatia, according to Matt Roberts before Red Bull. Decent player. How did the mighty? Have you seen those cheeky?
Oh,
fuckers
sorry,
on YouTube?
Danny. Hang on, what, playing in Croatia? Yeah, sorry, Danny. Yeah, Danny.
Croatian.
Danny. Yeah. Sorry, yeah.
I don't know. I knew it was somewhere cold. On YouTube, Tifo Football. Do you follow them on YouTube?
No.
They have got how Faroe Islands have now become a powerhouse in international football. I don't know if that's because they got a draw against Malta.
Fuck
I
off.
thought
No, they didn't.
Stop killing whales.
Yeah, exactly. They qualified. They drew with Malta it's basically winner take all, and they've been promoted from their group, which was Malta, Andorra, Faroe Isles, and Latvia, and they've gone up in that group. But no, they were the favourites for the group anyway. It's no. Malta are unbeaten in 6, so they're doing very well actually. They're improving as time goes on. I got my flag there. Look, there you go. That's my flag. So yeah, it's a good time for Maltese football. But Faroe Isles got all the praise because they won the game that got them promoted. But nah, I don't think we're about to see France's world domination challenged by the Faroe Isles somehow.
Travis is our mate. He says, Josh, can you pronounce Sob-Oslai correctly?
No.
Well, I can, because Tom tweeted me yesterday phonetically, so now I'm the expert on words. If anyone's got any questions, I'm happy to answer them.
I did think it was Ceballos. I thought Tom's phonetics were off, because Travis has been trying to teach me, because he's part Hungarian and he knows. Yeah.
He's known by his mates as D-Sloz. So
is he?
Yeah, because there's something about Hungarian, you have to pronounce every letter. You don't. Yeah, so like it's weird. I've been getting a schooling on it. I can't say I've taken it all in, but we'll have to wait until Travis hears this and say yes or no if I got it right. But he does a very good phonetics on it, because it's not lie at the end. I think it's loy.
Ceballos, yeah.
But Derek Ray is also not one to go off for his pronunciation on FIFA, which was what I've been doing for so long.
I like Derek Ray, but yeah.
There we go. Travis has come up with the goods. Soboslai.
Lai. Oh no!
I think tune in next week. Danny learns how to pronounce Peter.
Oh, here you go. Proper football question. Hate to ruin the night. From Mike Hertz from Not Another Arsenal podcast says, do you think the league will go back to 5 subs? I think it could go back to anybody who's fit and can wear a shirt, because the rate we're going, we've got 2 players out with the COVIDings, isn't it?
Yeah.
3, haven't we?
It should go back to 5. I mean,
How many have we got out with it?
We got 2. Partey's out with injury, isn't he? Whereas Duda's out with COVID.
Those out with COVID. So's Kolasinac is fighting off COVID.
Yeah,
I think COVID has got Kolasinac rather.
That's not actually the worst sort of news in the world, bless him. But yeah, it should go back to 5. There's the only people that don't want it to go back to 5 are the shitty clubs with no players.
Why can't I hear football, Chris?
I don't know. I'll mute myself. Soz.
There you go. That's my brother. He's in the chat. That means he says Harley says hello. That'll be Harley and his mum Lauren. And Harley is about, I always get this wrong, I think he must be about 7 or 8. He's an Arsenal fan. And when I last saw him, I said to him, who's your favourite player? And I'm sure he said Martinelli, Josh. Man after your own heart.
What can I say? He's our best player.
A young man of quality choices.
Well, exactly.
Oh, here we go. Update. Travis says lie is pronounced Lai. I mean, it can't be that hard.
Of it as Mikey.
Shut up,
I mean,
Mikey.
it's only difficult for us because we don't speak Hungarian.
Think lie, lay, and think of it as like Mikey, Lee. See, it's not that hard for foreigners to have names, is it? We had a Colombian called David. We've got a Ghanaian called Thomas. And what other ones have we had? We had a Chilean called Alex. It's easy. Stop fucking around and having stupid names. Sorry, Harley might be listening. I didn't swear then.
I can't say anything, bearing in mind how you pronounce my surname is not phonetically.
This game is this is hilarious. Shall I fill you in on the latest?
Go on then.
So the goalkeeper was sent off, right? So the guy who made the match, what he thought was match-winning save, was sent off. So the
was this during normal time?
No, this is a penalty shootout, right? So the Orlando City keeper makes what he thinks is the winning penalty save. All the players race off, everybody's happy. Referee calls it back, goes, no, VAR has checked, you've encroached off your line, he's already been booked, he gets booked the second time, he's sent off. So all the players get pulled back out again. They all have to go back. We have to go back into the.
So why did the referee disallow the penalty save?
Because he stepped off his goal line. Yeah, right. And he'd been warned already, so he's booked him a second time, sent him off, right? So Orlando go, okay, so we need to bring on our reserve goalkeeper in Rowe. So they make a substitution at the penalty shootout. They take off an outfield player to bring on.
I don't think you're allowed to do that. You're not allowed to do that during the.
Don't spoil it, right? 5 minutes goes by. A bloke from MLS comes out with a rule book and goes, no, you're not allowed to do this. 5 minutes it takes for them to check the rules to realise you can't bring on a reserve goalkeeper. So now they've got an outfield player in goal who they've substituted on. And the New York City guy is now about to take the penalty. So if he scores, which he has, so now the penalty shootout goes on. It's just like, you couldn't make this up. So they had to check the rules to see... To realise that you can't bring off a player in the penalty shootout.
You can't sub a player in the penalty shootout.
No. So they've only just found that out.
To be fair, you'd try it though, wouldn't you?
Well, clearly they thought they could.
He nearly got away with it.
They nearly got away with it.
No word of a lie. It honestly took 5 minutes for them to reread the rules, and now Nani's stepping up. So if Nani scores,
I hope he misses. There's nothing better in football than seeing Nani cry.
Well, it's 4-4. So if Nani scores, then it is all over. He's got silly hair, but I can't. Really
meanwhile,
talk.
Travis is talking about Lamptey being sent off for Brighton.
Oh yeah,
we can go through our fancy football at some point.
Oh, and Nani saved. He's missed it. Josh, you just put the kibosh on it, didn't you? Anyone listening to this will be like, what am I even?
My brother says, yes, you're right. He says he has a hurt leg. No, he's back. He did have, but he's back in training now, which is why Josh is happy. Travis has said Lamptey send-off was bad. Matt Roberts. Otherwise, England might have won a shootout ages ago if we did bring on substitutes during it. No, it's rubbish. Bringing them all on. Loki, evening. Nick runs our Twitch. Thank you very much, Nick, for all the hard work you do there, and he's the one who's done all these wonderful things. And Nick, unsubscribe to our thing. Stop. He forgot to not subscribe. If anybody's got Amazon Prime, then they're not you, Fish. I've done yours. Amazon Prime. You can give it to us if you want to know how to do it that way. It's very easy. Oh, here we go. Formerly knows that says or sing Ronaldo cry. Which would you prefer, Nani cry or Ronaldo cry?
Ronaldo's got me.
No, because he normally cries with happiness. I think Nani, because every time Nani cries, it's for he's either hurt or something bad's happened to him. Ronaldo would cry when he wins Ballon d'Ors.
Why is it whenever outfield players go in goal, they look really stupid, like they've never played football in their life? Surely it's not that hard. Like, honestly, the guy scored for New York now, so now Orlando have to score. So it's the centre half stepping up, and he scores. So we're 5-5, 6 taken each, and we've still got an outfield goalkeeper in goal for Orlando.
Meanwhile, Mike Hertz is trying to onboard one of Danny or I to become a San Jose Earthquakes fan. Sorry, Mike.
Don't do that.
Not gonna happen. I picked my team, and then 2 weeks later, they got absolutely. I picked FC Dallas, and then 2 weeks later, guess what happened? They were all the fans racially abused Reggie Cannon, and he left to go to Boa Vista. Fuck's sake, bunch of cunts. What fan base? Come on.
Mike Hertz.
I only joined them because they've got a player called fucking Reggie Cannon. How amazing is that? He's a right back as well.
Oh, he saved it! The outfield player just saved it.
The outfield player was saved a penalty.
Yeah.
To be fair, it's MLS, isn't it? I think the outfield player
probably a really good save as well. It's a really good save. I just take back everything I just said.
Mike Hertz wants
to know...
he
come off the line? Oh my god, this is nuts.
If me or Josh can support San Jose Earthquakes, Portland Timbers for me, Josh.
I just got a rant about how I picked FC Dallas, and then they had a massive racist incident.
Of course, Kris is Colorado, isn't he?
They started booing
I'm Chicago.
Yeah, they started booing the Black Lives Matter protest, and then all the players had to go out and say, "Fucking racists! What are you doing?" And then some of the fans were really annoyed at being told that they were a racist, so decided to send death threats to Reggie Cannon, and he was like, "Fuck this," and go to Portugal. So did.
I think Nishan put something in the chat that he shouldn't have, but we don't. And then I think Nick went to give him a 1 second timeout, and Nick has timed him out for a little bit longer than 1 second. How long is he? Oh, he did him for 10 minutes. Now Nick's removed the timeout. Yeah, so some people might get offended by that, Nishan, but don't worry. Nick Nishan said no problem. What was I going to say? Fantasy football. Should we have a look at our fantasy football? Let's have a little looky poo and application window and where's it gone? Chrome tab.
I mean, I wish I'd had Danny Welbeck up front.
It was allowing me before, and now it's telling me I can't.
Just while you're doing that, just so everybody knows, anyone who listens to football podcasts like Football Weekly or Totally Football Show, whatever, this game that I'm watching now will be on every podcast, just so you all know. This is absolutely only in America. Sorry to all of our American viewers, but only in America could this happen. Like, just only in America. And they all ran off thinking they'd won, and yet there's another penalty to go. It's just hilarity. Here we go. Danny, how are you top? Sorry, this is fraudulent. How are you top? You can't even pronounce players' names. How are you top of this
league? He got a very lucky bit of run. You had a forward line of Vardy, Calvert-Lewin, and Danny Ings. That's why he's so high up the league.
Not Danny Ings.
Do you not have Danny Ings?
No. Tempted.
I thought you
had a little looky at mine. I have got Leno in goal, which I swap out. Don't swap out. I swap around with Ramsdale whenever Arsenal are playing someone decent because we know we're going to get smashed. Vestergaard is new. Cody I've had all the time. Mings is new. Zaha I've had all season. Rodriguez all season. Romeo all season. And Grealish I've only just put in. And up front, it's been my front three all season. Jimenez, Calvert-Lewin and Vardy.
Wow.
I've still got 9 million in the bank.
Wow, nice. I mean, fair play to you.
9 million in the bank.
9.
And also, people, not used any Man United, Man City, Liverpool, Spurs, or Chelsea players. Not one. Should we go and have a look at someone who
have a look at Femi's just a second.
Femi actually left our league because he has Spurs players, and we said you can come back in.
Sorry, what?
Look at that.
Whoa. What is that trash down the right-hand side? What is that?
Shameful is what that is. But he's
get him out.
And Salah, the Egyptian Walcott.
Well, at least that's, we can't call them what we can normally call them, but that's, nah.
How's Walker Peters a defender? He's a midfielder.
No, he's not. He's a defender.
Oh, no, I'm thinking Ward-Prowse. I knew they had a double barrel.
Yeah.
Walker Peters is the ex-Spurs fullback. No wonder he's got him. He's both Spurs.
How can you sleep at night with that scum right-hand side? How? How? I'd rather finish bottom and not have those in that team. Honestly, I'd rather just not.
Talking of finishing bottom, only 207 points behind Neil Robbins, Chimp. We have the ABW team, Fabianski in goal, Ajayi, Gibbs and Bartley, the West Brom back three. And then midfield, Wilshere, Clubless, Walcott. Well, he's going to turn things around. Chamberlain doesn't play anymore. Iwobi, Lansbury, Giroud and Gale. What have they all got in common?
Hang on. Dwight Gale's never played for Arsenal.
Has.
Did he come through our academy?
Yep.
Did he?
And I assume the same for Ajayi as well.
Actually, yeah.
We've got Ajayi as a backup centre-back from Charlton.
I remember him. Yeah.
And then he scored on his debut, and then after a little while we let him go. So he filled holes, and Carl Bartley, was a big hopes for him on the bench.
Mm-hmm.
Ayling of Leeds is brilliant, and Martinez, the best goalkeeper in the Premier League.
I never knew that. That Dwight Gale was also training.
How about Mark Noble of West Ham? He come through our academy as well.
Yeah, but he's kind of.
So let's go and have. We'll save Ellis's for last. Josh's team.
God. No, don't even give Ellis's. Don't even mention.
He needs to be shamed.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't deserve the airtime. Let's just move on from him. Fuck Ellis.
I was doing all right at the moment. I nearly had to make some wholesale changes, but fortunately,
how much have you got in the bank? 1.6 million.
6 million, and my team is worth 104.
100.4.
Yours is always a hipster team, though. So
I've got what I can only describe him at the moment is his nickname is Impudence because he's done fuck all for the past 3 weeks.
Took him out of my team this week and put Grealish in.
Is that Rodriguez?
No, it's Podence.
Podence.
Impudence. That was the joke.
I'm with you. Sorry,
the bit you laughed at wasn't.
I'm with you. No, I'm with you. I'm with you.
Well, I kept Grealish in because I thought he'd do something against Brighton, but he didn't. Fortunately.
So you've got, for people listening at home, you've got McCarthy in goal, Chilwell, Justin, Walker-Peters, and Grant Mitchell at the back. Midfield, Rodriguez, Zaha, and Grealish. I think that's the footballers, man. Midfield, and up front, Calvert-Lewin, Timo Werner, and Gabriel Jesus.
So I brought Jesus in last week. He scored, and then I couldn't afford to get rid of him to bring in Vardy because I'd already made my change, which was getting rid of. Someone shit. Name me a shit midfielder.
Anyone from Spurs?
You got rid of.
There we go. Trossard, because he's injured. I brought him out for
You've been a busy bee with the transfers, haven't you? We don't muck around.
I'm always busy with transfers.
Wait till you see mine. Jeez.
Right, talking of seeing mine. So at the moment, people listening at home, top of the league is my team, the GFP All Stars, 446 points. Femi in second place, cheating, 5 points behind. Then Josh with 437. Then it's Kris's with 436. I'm quite surprised you could actually be bothered, Kris, because I know most things in life you can't be bothered.
No, I made a bit of an oopsie today because Lamptey got himself sent off, which was clever.
You got Meisler, the 12-year-old prepubescent
Meslier,
6 ginger in goal for Leeds, and then
he's going to concede 12 tomorrow, so that's that out the window.
You got Neil Lamptey, which is on -1, but hell of a buy, and you got someone called James. Is that Rodriguez?
Reece James at Chelsea, assist machine. So
Walker-Peters again seems to be everyone
cheap
likes him.
Cheap
midfield of Mane striker, Aubameyang striker.
That's the only down, but he's kind of more Ross's.
Yeah.
So in midfield, you've got Mane and Aubameyang, both strikers, which is nonsense. Zaha and Grealish.
Striker.
How's Aubameyang working out for you? I got rid of him after week 1 when I realised he's going to have a shit season.
Yeah, not going so well. But you can't drop him because, as you said, he's a midfielder and he will start scoring again at some point. So you've got to have him, haven't you? Same with Zaha. He'll always be Palace's only source of goals. So
let's go through Aubameyang's recent form. 2 points against Villa, 8 against Man United, 2 against Leicester, 2 against Man City, 2 against Sheffield United, 2 against Liverpool. You get 2 points for playing 90 minutes, people. So he's a passenger.
It's not great, is it? Let's be honest. But that forward line's a bit spicy.
You've got, is it Che Adams or Che? And Vardy and Watkins, who is the player. He's a gooner, and we all love Watkins. Let's see how
I love him even more for drawing a blank against Brighton. Yes,
Jack Harrison's been doing bits as well, but I left him out for tomorrow. So
you've recently got rid of Salah, Bowen, Wilson. You got rid of Grealish.
Well, no, I took him out for a bit because he went off a bit. His form went a bit off, didn't it? But I brought him back, and I got rid of Salah this week because he's got the COVID. So I brought Mane in, and
you had Willian. You got rid of him, like you realise he's shit. And you had Tierney for a while, and realised we're letting in goals at an alarming rate.
yeah, Cancelo as well. Yeah, players dropped off a cliff. So yeah, I'm trying to sort of keep it cheaper and just have a couple of star names, but
I like the kit. The kit is black and red, like the Pirates.
Yeah,
very good. So that's Skull and Bones are in 4th place. 5th place is Ellis. Let's just have a little look at him. We're not going to say anything.
Got rid of a Spurs player. Oh no, sorry, I lied.
Scumbag.
Sorry, everybody.
Absolute scumbag.
But
for those listening at home, he's got Kane and Son.
His excuse is pathetic. Let's just make it all.
He's got money on. He pays into a league and he wants to make sure he's got all the best players. Problem is,
what is
he's not doing
$5?
well.
Like just throw the
5. It's
20 quid. Oh God. He works for the NHS. I mean, we all know they're paid millions, so that's a load of rubbish. Honestly, just stupid. Like, nah, just. And if you're gonna do that, have a team for that.
At least be top.
Yeah, exactly. But then have a team for that, and then use another email address for ours, and have a proper team for ours. Ellis is a fraud. He's a disgrace.
Michael in Sweden has joined us. And Jenkinson plays for Forest, and I couldn't have in. Mike Hertz says, "What does GFP stand for?" I'll give you the short version. My last 5 cars have all been old E-Class Mercedes coupes. 4 of them were coupes. Someone said in 2004, if we cut the roof off of your car, fill it full of mud, put some flowers in it, it'd be a German flower pot. But now the current one is a convertible, which doesn't fucking work. And so you don't have to cut the roof off, just fill it full of mud, put some flowers in it. But that's why.
I like mine better. But...
Formerly Nozar. Did I see Cock in Villarreal's team sheet tonight?
On the bench.
Mm-hmm.
I check every week. Don't you worry, Nozar. I'm across that one.
Because Gabriel left, didn't he?
Yeah.
Where did he go?
He's at Valencia.
He didn't leave.
Left. No, he didn't leave.
Cock went to Villarreal when Peter Lim went a bit mental over the summer and went, fuck it. Sell all the players.
Sell all of the players.
We don't need a midfield at Valencia. We don't need any of our players.
Who needs footballers anyway?
Exactly. He went a bit mental and went, fuck it, I'm going to go and buy Salford City again.
Matt Roberts says, wanted Shay Adams to come to us. He'll do well for the Saints. He's a decent player. Travis Skeevery, I'm so disappointed in Ellis. Mike Hertz, #fuck Ellis. Travis again. Don't worry, guys. I give Ellis shit on a weekly basis for this and a daily basis for everything else. We're all in a WhatsApp group. So
it's also the same for those frauds that cheer on Harry Kane just because he's wearing an England shirt. It's the same thing.
Exactly the same
thing. Yeah.
Talking of people who are loved by all, look at Jeff Hullafran's kit. It's stripy light pink, dark pink with yellow socks and yellow sleeves. Wonderful. He's got Martinez in goal, and he's got Steele on the bench. His defence are Mings, Grant Mitchell, Seiss, and Lamptey. Midfield, Mane, Aubameyang, like you, Kris, and Zaha, like you, Kris, and Ziyech of Chelsea. And up front, Calvert-Lewin and Vardy. I think he's playing the long game there, isn't he?
Yeah,
I do like Ziyech. He's a fantasy football purchase.
Excuse me. Yeah, he's doing well.
It's very rhubarb and custard is his kit.
It is very, very nice. So that's Jeff's bubbles of suds. Carl Walker, splitter. Constantly moaning about having to work. They've made him work 600 nights in a row.
That's because he's you know what he's doing? He's moving COVID around London via an underground system. That's what he's doing.
I think
he is.
Carl has protested. He's protested and his kit has not got any colours to it. That's how much interest he's taken in this. He has got Patricio in goal, Robertson, the second best left back in Scottish left back in the world. Dean, isn't it? Walker Peters. He's got a packed midfield of Saka, Saint Maximin, Mane.
Sorry, who?
Saka. Saint Maximin, Mane, Willian, and Aubameyang.
Name.
Quite a pacey midfield he's got there.
Yeah. Pretty much no end product from anyone but Mane, but that's fine.
What he needs to do is take out Willian and get that bloke from Wolves. The one they grease up. What's his name?
Adama Traore,
who's not playing.
Speaking of no end product.
Yeah, he's also not playing at the moment.
Yeah, that'd be the perfect midfield five. 5 blokes you can't catch.
Exactly.
And he's got Callum Wilson in up front with Calvert-Lewin, and he's got your favourite Dunk. He's always good for 0 points a season.
He is. He's excellent at picking up yellow cards.
He is.
It's like a magnet for them.
I don't think Carl knows what he's doing here.
I think he set up his team in week 1 and hasn't looked at it.
Hasn't touched it since.
Have a look.
Check the transfers. Have a look at the transfers.
3.
There you go.
All in October. Look, October. He's been working and he's just gone. Nah, fuck it. I'm done.
Can't be bothered.
Yeah.
He's doing shit in all of them. Who else have we got?
To answer Mally Mo in the chat, by the way, yes, I have Mally. That's why I have grey hair and bags under my eyes. Yeah.
Oh, we're going
to come to
PS4. That'll be our next topic after we've wasted some more of your life looking at this. And we have our mate Neil Chimp. He has got Ramsdale in goal, Bellerin, Robertson, and Gabriel at the back. See, he's Gooner, proper Gooner. Actually, saying that, look at his midfield: Mane, Greenwood, Rashford, and Podence. Jesus, he's not taking any notice of this.
This is another team that definitely hasn't been looked at in weeks.
Yeah, I forgot about Man United. Are they losing yet? Let's have a look.
Middle of November.
Oh no!
Hold on, how could he have made a transfer 3 days ago? But then
and he's still got that team and still decided.
And no kit.
Greenwood and Rashford are out. Wilson's out. Fuck it, won't play my wild card.
I'll carry on. I'll go through it regardless.
To be fair, Neco Williams will probably play tomorrow.
Yeah, sure.
Traore won't play because he's still being a prick. Mitchell's back, so his subs will do his job for him.
It's very Wolves Man United heavy, isn't it? That
it is, and he's got Wilson, Werner, and Jimenez up front, Traore and Grant Mitchell on the bench, Nico Williams and Jensen Button as his spare goalkeeper.
There's a theme, isn't there? Grant Mitchell is obviously the cheapest defender in the game because he's on everyone's bench unused.
He's the cheapest defender, and he gets games as well.
Oh yeah, of course, okay.
And his team is called Salt and Pepe.
That's very clever.
Well, as we have got a league with a few billion people in it, the ABW Fantasy Football Team League. Where's this one? This is my team. I'm 284th in it. Oh, someone's at the top with 585 points.
I reckon they've got go in there. I reckon as a Spurs player.
That's going to have loads.
There we go. Right. Should we actually find who is top of our league by going through and finding someone who doesn't have Spurs play?
Well, just eliminate anyone that has. We made the rules very clear, didn't we? So anyone that has Spurs players, it doesn't matter if you're top or bottom, you're automatically eliminated. So
in the first season we did this, I said right. I went and looked at every player and every transfer they had made, everyone, and it was the person in 16th place won our league because everyone else, Ding FC. Son in his midfield.
And of all the players to have as well, that's scumbag cheating.
The one actually getting points at the moment.
William Dollar Baby. That's a good team name. Let's have a look. Son and Kane. Scum. Absolute scum.
All Next of you are dead to me. All of
you. Good Granite Xhaka.
Please don't have. Ridiculous. This is ridiculous.
Low hanging fruit.
Let me guess.
Pepe Pig is
Pepe Pig.
Well,
hallelujah! There we go, Pepe Pig. And look at that kit. That's a thing of
transfers. I bet they pulled Son out this week for Fernandes.
Yeah, they're top of loads of their things. Let's have a little looky poo. They have got rid of Son and Kane.
I take it all back.
And they've had Son again.
No, all scum.
Scum. Off with their head. We've got another
people
one.
Seem to think we can't check these things. I'm convinced of it.
The Avengers. This is Son and Kane.
Yep.
Fuckers. Next one. No lives matter. That's what the Dolphins are saying. Son and Kane. Get fucked. Right. The last one we're going to check is low hanging fruit. Be the last one. Son and Kane. Right. There's a pattern forming here. They can all fuck off.
I think what we can.
You know when you just can't even. That's me now.
Yeah. So Danny, I think you're top of the ABW league, going by
yeah.
the fact that everyone else has got Spurs
wins.
players.
We also have the She War League, and we have the Pirate Premier League. Who's top of your league, Kris? It's
I haven't been bothered to check for a while.
Ayush and with Is Yours Gold? Obviously a Gooner. Is Yours Gold?
Yeah.
What do we reckon?
Spurs.
Oh no. No Spurs.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, but everybody's bringing in Fernandez this week.
But in my league, it was a stipulation of joining. I made it a stipulation. I was like, it's one simple rule. Like that is the rule. So if there are any of you there that
found him,
Son twice, scum.
Yeah,
basically. And the best part about it is that gentleman is top. Well done to you, but you've automatically lost. Doesn't matter how well you do. You're in my Pirate Premier. You've had a player. It doesn't matter you've got rid of him, that you've seen the light. You're already gone. You're dead. You're out.
Guilty.
End of. So,
we had 50 people when we started doing this. Now we've got down to 29. So obviously, many people don't give a fuck about fantasy football. And
all the players, all the people have Spurs bloody players in their team.
Well, we can talk about FIFA now, can't we? And we'll alienate another 20 people
Go on, then.
by talking about that. I'm very sad they fixed the John Terry bug in career mode. And I only called it the John Terry bug. You wouldn't have seen this, Kris, because I said it on Twitter. There was a John Terry bug. It was the one where your manager is patrolling the touchline in a full kit.
Actually, that's come up in FUT quite a bit recently, so that must be a thing. Yeah.
So your manager's going around in full kit, number 99 on the back. Yeah, and the John Terry glitch. They bloody fixed it now, though.
They were bold in FUT as well, like bold person in full kit, in the icon kit.
Oh yeah, they've there's still they fixed the one where your transfer negotiator. Well, it's just a default manager. It's not.
Yeah,
it's not
generic manager 5.
Yeah.
Does Peter Cech still have his hat? I know he's not in the game anymore, is he? That's a shame.
No, can't check. There is another couple of players with a hat though.
Yeah, there is.
As a manager, I can't pick glasses. Why? How many managers can you name in the top 5 divisions who wear glasses? And apparently glasses isn't an option.
Yeah,
pink hair is. I haven't seen a fucking manager with pink hair.
That's very
I can't have glasses.
That's
disgusting. It's disgusting of EA. Should be ashamed.
Yep. That's classist. That is classist.
Sorry, that's my little rant nearly over.
That's fine. And Malimo asked if I bought it. Yes, I buy it. I play it. I'm terrible at it. The world is great. So yeah, they've kind of.
It's not Mali. It's Marley.
Mali. Oh yeah, of course, Mali, as in the country. Yeah, of course.
Probably. Matt Roberts says, "Isn't this the reason you stopped it in the first place? Do you mean the fantasy football? We never stopped the fantasy football. We stopped a predictions league, the ABW predictions league, because most people couldn't be fucking bothered."
Columbus have just equalised. 1-1.
I know Nick Fights. Technicality.
Just downloaded FIFA 20.
Yeah.
I have the other. Oh, sorry, Danny.
Oh, go on.
I was going to say, we could answer Malimo's other question, which was for the panel: Xbox Series X or the PS5, because we had this discussion before the show,
which is why we were late.
Because I was going on a bit of a rant.
Go on, then.
Unsurprisingly,
give it a rewind.
Rewind. The PS5 is pointless. There we go. Done. That is how I basically will sum up my rant.
Summed it up in an instant.
Sum it up is pointless. Microsoft have bought up all the decent game houses. If you just, there's nothing really that good that's come out for PS5 that's exclusive. I think you're not going to get a whole new console just play Spider-Man and Ratchet and Clank, to be honest, especially at the launch prices. And then on the Xbox, you just get the Game Pass Ultimate, which is like for us less than 30 quid a month for getting the brand new Xbox with that. And you never need to buy another game ever. And I think it works out at less than, 20 quid than you just over the 24 months than you would pay for just the console up front plus Game Pass. So,
but are they doing that because they know no one's going to buy the new Xbox? Because I've still got an Xbox One. I haven't even got the Xbox One X. I don't have a 4K telly. And when you get old people, being old has one advantage. I probably sit 2 meters away from my 55-inch Sony telly. I can't even see this HD, let alone 4K. If I put my glasses on, I'd be able to see. But last time I had an eye test, the glasses I'm wearing, we were still playing at Highbury because I turned up for Arsenal Newcastle on the Saturday like a good boy and found out it had been moved to the Sunday. So we went to Lakeside and I got my glasses done. So that must have been 2006. I'm still wearing the same glasses.
Wow. I mean, I got these this week. These ones turned up on Monday. My brand new spectacles. Because my last ones broke.
They're very you, those ones. They're very you.
Mm.
I don't wear mine. I wear my contact lenses every day. I shouldn't really, but I do. So, fuck the world, yeah?
There you go. These have lasted me all that time because I hardly ever wear them.
They almost make you look intelligent. Almost.
Yeah, they're too slim. They were the fashion back then. But then after I take them off, I get a headache, so I don't wear glasses. Fuck them.
You need to get some Arsene ones without the frame, without the outlines, just the lenses. Oh, mate, actually, do you know what you would suit, Danny? You should podcast in it. You would suit a monocle. Can you imagine, Danny, in a monocle?
Two monocles.
Two monocles, one on each side with a chain hanging down.
Closest I can get to that.
Mr. Majika for those old enough.
Say, the Arsenal have lost again. Bastards.
You just look like an old man with an eye infection like that. It just looks all kind of wrong. But to answer the Xbox and PlayStation question, I will be getting a PS5, but not while they're. Always wait a year before new consoles, people. Nicky, streamer. Always wait for a year. They iron out all the bugs and all the crap that usually happens when they race to release it early. And you'll get a better deal in a year's time. You'll probably get like an extra controller or something. And if you wait till the summer when everybody's out playing, if we haven't all died of corona by then, and then it'll all be sunny and everybody will be like, oh, I don't want to go to console. That's the time to buy them. Don't buy them now because it's Christmas and they're cashing in.
Have you ever been Xbox, Kris?
Have I ever had what?
Have you ever been an
no,
Xbox
God,
owner?
No.
What do you mean, God, no?
I was always... God, no, I just never touched. Xbox to me always looks. Sorry, Josh, shut your ears. It always looks tacky to me. The controller looks like a kid's toy, and I just don't like. I don't like them. I was always a Sega Mega Drive person as a kid. I had a Mega Drive. I didn't have a Master System. I had a Mega Drive, a Game Gear when I went to boarding school. I know. And I had a Mega CD. Do you remember those? Where you put the Mega Drive, the original Mega Drive, the Genesis, if you will, you plugged it on top of the Mega CD. That's what I had. And then I went from that to the PS1 and then PS2, PS3, and now I've got a PS4. So no, I never had a Wii. I never had a GameCube. No, I didn't. I've only had PlayStation or Sega. I did have an Amiga computer, but that doesn't really count, does it?
Oh, glory, Amiga. Oh, but I had PlayStation.
The good old days of Football Manager.
I had a Dreamcast, then Amiga, then Dreamcast, PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3. And then I only bought an Xbox 360 Elite because it was black. And I thought that looked nice next to that. And I had a Wii as well. So I had them, all three of them lined up. I had no intentions of playing the 360. Do
you remember the Jaguar? Do you remember when that came out?
Atari Jaguar.
I'm
a retro.
I played on that. It's quite good.
This week alone, I have bought a PlayStation 2 Slim with 5 games and an iToy for 20 quid. I nearly bought a Game Gear.
What you do with your iToys? I don't think anyone needs to know that, do they?
And then, so then I played, and my brother said, just play this game called Oblivion, Elder Scrolls Oblivion. I went, I won't like it. 400 hours later, I never played another game on the PlayStation, which is up there behind me. In those boxes, hold on, boxes that side, that box there. Hold on, can I get this right? Oh, fuck it. Oh, I can't figure left and right. I'm fucked. There's a PlayStation 3 original in there, and the one above it is just a normal fat PlayStation 3. And then I got the Xbox 360, another 360 Elite. Then I got the Xbox One. That was the last thing I bought.
You used to play Wipeout, didn't you, on the PlayStation as well?
Wipeout?
Sure, it's Wipeout.
No.
You used to play a flying game.
Oh, that was on the PC. That's War Thunder. I'm
okay.
shit at it, so I stopped playing. Josh?
Yeah, I had PlayStation 1, then PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3 Launch Edition, and then I bought an Xbox One because all my friends were on Xbox or Microsoft, and now I wouldn't go back to PlayStation.
Nor would I.
Because the exclusives are pointless. And to be honest, all the Xbox exclusives are pointless as well. Forza's all right.
I think it depends what you buy a console for, doesn't it? Like if you're a hardcore gamer, I think Josh is spot on. Like if you're a proper hardcore gamer and you invest in loads of different titles and you play loads of different games, I think it's silly these split between consoles. If you're just an idiot like me who pays £100 for a game that they just spend the entire rest of their life screaming at and thinking it's the shittest game they've ever played and they want to throw their own face out the window every time they play it, FIFA, then I think you probably, it doesn't matter because you're only really buying it for one game. And like one of my friends said to me the other day, it's like, oh yeah, but what if you get a PS5? You won't be able to play your PS4 games. I was like, no, you can. This is one of the first consoles where they actually allowed you to play old games. But I said to him, he was like, oh, are you going to get the disc version or the digital? And I said, well, in the future, it's all going to be digital, so I might as well just get that. And he was like, yeah, but what about the game for discs? And I was like, well, I'll just keep my PS4. Because a game like Alien Isolation that I quite like to fiddle through once in a while, it's never going to change, so I'll just play that on the PS4. Whereas a game like FIFA, you're always going to upgrade it every year anyway. So I think if
Alien
you only
Isolation
play...
is free on Microsoft, on Xbox.
Well, there you go. Fair enough. But I don't play. I'm not like a COD man or anything like that. And like somebody like Nick, it would make sense for him to have probably both consoles, I guess. And I thought a lot of streamers
still hear your telly.
Or they then just go into PC, and then what you need to do as well is one particular thing that if you start PC gaming is you need to make sure you're very flexible to then get your head up your own arsehole.
This is
What's
true.
that for PC gaming?
Yeah.
And if you do kind of stream, it depends on what, because like Nick will tell you more, but if you stream a specific game, you start to get known for the game you stream or the games you stream. So like if you're a FIFA streamer, that doesn't really matter because you can get it on both consoles. But if you're exclusively a Demon Souls player or exclusively maybe
Spider-Man.
There you go. Then you've got to have the console that's on. So
that's on Sony. Because it owns Spider-Man.
But the cost is a bit, I'm always split on the cost because a lot of people say, oh, it's ridiculous. But then I look at it and I go, yeah, but a good video games console should last you at least 10 years. So the value in it is actually not bad, really. And I've got 120 quid's worth of Nectar points, so I'm just going to wait till I save that up a bit more and then use those and get it next year.
If you went and bought a PlayStation 5 today, or you bought an Xbox 5, whatever they're going to call it, the Xbox One X, great name for a show. If you bought that today, what would you do with it? You'd go, oh, my favourite game would be Forza Horizon 4. They'd go, it's been updated. It's been enhanced a little bit. Okay, loads of the games are now enhanced quite a lot, significantly. So where's your launch day thing? Why didn't the PlayStation 5 launch with Gran Turismo 12 or whatever it is? Or are they going to get that Japanese bloke to spend another decade fine-tuning every single aspect of it, and then you realise most of the cars, you can't look at the interior. Most of the cars don't have damage to them. Like Forza Horizon is the greatest car racing game you can play.
Well, the main change for the next-gen consoles that I could gather from most people is the controller for PS5 is apparently a lot better, and the loading menus are quicker in both consoles. That's
SSD. Yeah,
the only thing really that, like all the FIFA content creators have pretty much, I mean, well, to be fair, that's nothing to do with PlayStation. It's the fact that EA are a bunch of Canadian frauds and they've decided not to update their next-gen game until FIFA 22. But it's exactly the same.
It is updated. It's enhanced.
Well, it's enhanced in terms of like, it's slightly brighter and it's HDR and all that. But the game itself, there's nothing different in the titles because they know if they do that, then people would have uproar about the fact they just bought a new game on the old console. So I guess 22 will be the different title.
But when you look at the fact that they brought out the Xbox, first of all, you went Xbox 360, Xbox One, Xbox One X, and then the Xbox Series X and Series S. Now, why the fuck would you give them those stupid bloody names and people get confused? And then when you look at, if you get the side-by-side stats of the Xbox Xbox Series S against the Xbox One X, the Xbox One X is better. So they've discontinued it, haven't they? Or they tried to get rid of it because but you get the PlayStation 5 version, whether you go discless or you go with disc, they're both the same machine. Why the hell have they brought out the Xbox Series S? Load of shit. It's a terrible computer. Don't buy it for your kids because they will hate you because it's not the same machine as the Xbox Series X.
It's a Christmas gimmick, isn't it?
Well, you also need to buy a brand new TV as well. Well,
which they
or
conveniently
monitor.
don't tell you. Yeah, they don't really tell you that. It's all right if you know you're gaming.
Yeah, most people don't have the TV to run it anyway.
You need a 4K.
If I bought a PS5.
Well, Nick has put in the Twitch chat. What you need is a 4K HDR TV that supports HD 2.1 and has a 12 hertz refresh rate.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
good luck with getting that cheap.
Yeah.
So I mean that's
pointless. It's about 600. It's extra £600 at least.
Yeah.
And I only buy monitors. I don't buy TVs as well because they've all got adverts in them now and microphones and shit.
I've always gamed on a TV. I've never gamed on a monitor, so I wonder what that's like. But
well, if you don't need speakers because you've got your own speaker set, like I know it's a bit of an outdated thing of people having surround sound systems, but if you've got one, you don't need a TV because it's got speakers. If you no one uses an aerial anymore.
No.
Like plug directly into the back of the TV. It's all HDMI into your Skybox or into my Xbox that I run the TV through.
Yeah.
There's no point for anybody to ever buy a TV. I'm sorry, I've just entirely destroyed an industry.
Because 31 people listening.
In theory, I could play my PS4 on my computer monitor, couldn't I? Because it's only HDMI that creates the picture anyway, isn't it?
Yeah, and then if you've got a separate speaker system, run it through that.
I'm old school. Check these bad boys out. Oh, I don't know if I can show you. I don't know if the cable's long enough. Look. Hang on.
Oh, he's got standalone speakers.
Oh, wow.
Look at those beasts.
Very
Logitech, baby. Well, it's because my monitor doesn't have... and, really annoyingly, my PC's Bluetooth, but I can't pair my wireless headphones. What's that about? What's that about?
Probably you don't know what you're doing. That's probably what that's about.
I've gone onto the PC where it says, hang on, where's my mouse? I've gone into the PC, I've gone down to the settings, I've clicked the little magnifying glass.
This is like every podcast with you or Jeff on. I can't remember how to turn the computer on.
I've put in Bluetooth and I've put in other devices and settings, and it comes up and it says pair new device, I think, in a minute when the hamster starts running on his wheel again. There we go.
Some versions of Bluetooth, your dongle may not be the same version of Bluetooth that the device you're using, possibly.
Don't you judge my dongle or its size. It says,
is your dongle freshly shaven?
It's always shaven and ready to go. It says add Bluetooth or other device. I click it and I turn on my headphones and it never pairs. Like with my phone, I just turn my headphones on, it automatically
your
pairs.
Phone will be updating its Bluetooth software regularly. Your headphones won't ever update their software ever.
No, I don't think it's my headphones. I think it's my PC.
I have the same problem trying to use my PlayStation 3 controller on my PC as a controller because it hasn't updated the software and it won't work.
Well, it's
so there you go. That's what Nick's got it. Bluetooth V4.1. You need to make sure everything is all the same version. It's like you get a different version of HDMI. But talking about audio, I've got a Sony 5.1 or 7.1 system, but it's a 5.1. And rather than running loads of leads everywhere, I spent 15 quid. I bought an Anker Bluetooth dongle and I just connect that to the PC. And then I press that button on there. And then I press turn on my amp and all the sound from my PC will come out of my amp and all my speakers. And it's wonderful. And that costs 15 quid.
Get you.
So what else are we covering in this shit show that is the show?
Complete. I just found something new.
Well, you carry on talking because I'm going to go. I'm looking for a podcast for Mo. We did one. It's just sports, didn't we?
For those who care, it's 0-0 West Brom Man United at half-time, by the way.
No one cares.
They're at home as well, aren't they?
Who? Man United?
Yeah. What a bunch of...
They're being asked to attack, though, so of course they're not going to do anything.
Oh, yeah, good point.
Over.
What's their team? Fernandes in midfield? Yeah. So they got Fernandes, Fred and Matic. What a midfield. Oh, and Mata. Martial and Rashford. Tellez is back. I thought he had the Rona. Okay. Maguire, Lindelof, Bissaka and David De Gea. Okay. Well, whereas West Brom have gone with the 5-4-1 formation with all of the defenders, including Sami Ajayi and Carl Bartley. So the fantasy team will be doing well. Half-time. Yeah, half-time. Clean sheet bonus.
Mike Hertz has asked us a question. And
Hold on, Chris, I'm just giving the link to our show.
Can you do a short answer to this? What is your favourite non-Arsenal kit?
Everybody get comfortable. Chris is going to go into thread count and nipple generating. Before we go, there you go, Marley Mo. I've put the link in, and it is me, Josh, Kris, and Nick talking gaming for an hour.
I could go through. Oh, what's in here? There's a box here.
I think he asked for what was your favourite one, so that generally means one.
I've got to look. I'm looking at them all.
Oh, I don't have one.
Danish kits in there.
I don't have football kits because I'm not 12.
Russia, Holland.
I'm using the Manscaped thing. Wonderful Manscaped, manscaped.com. Use the code Bergkamp for 20% off. I'm using that. I'm shaving my moustache with it. I mean, I'm brushing.
The American kit from the World Cup's quite nice, so I quite like that one. Mallorca, Real Madrid, Barcelona. Actually, that's probably one of my favourites. Actually, hang on, let me get.
How many kits do you own, Kris?
467 last count.
When was the last time you ate actual food?
Oh, many years ago. This is actually probably one of my favourite kits ever. Which I know it's Barcelona. It's a bit, but it's a nice kit.
Baby vomit yellow.
With Xavi on the back, with the Barcelona print as well, which is kind of fun. I do like this kit. It's neon yellow, and anyone who knows me knows I like a bit of neon. So that's probably one of my favourites. I've got the full kit. I'm full kit wanker on that kit as well. But yeah, I've got 5 full boxes of football kits. I've got every Arsenal kit since 1983, the year I was born.
You got the green one?
Yeah. I have, but that one is framed. So
I should think so.
But yes, I've got lots.
My favourite kit is the one, the Pirates one, where we sponsored you. You did a few of them, and there's one of them that I really, really liked, and I wanted to get it off you and get it framed. But then it looks like framing was going to cost me about 50 quid.
Yeah, they're expensive. Oh yeah, I've got some of the pirate ones are quite cool. I like the one that fades from red into black. But yeah, I think that Barca one's up there. I'd have to go through them all, which I won't do now. But there's a lot of funky kits that I've collected. The one that Jeff sent me, Pacific FC in Canada, is quite pretty as well. It's like a turquoise green, really, really funky kit. I like that one as well.
Did you ever sort Thunder out with the kit that you wanted to pay you money?
I haven't yet. No.
It's only been 3 months. Suppose he's given
up.
I
I meant to email him and I completely forgot. So now you've reminded me. I will actually try and email him and see if he still wants one, because I've still got the kits here. So I'll do that. I will do that.
Have you finished now? Yeah.
yeah. I'm all done.
All done. Favorite non-Arsenal kit that I own is probably my Universitario one.
Ooh, that's quite hipster.
Yeah, I know, right? It's only because it's burgundy and it's got a collar, burgundy with a white collar, and it is from their, I want to say, 2016 season. It's a very pretty kit though. It's a proper old school Umbro kit that you'd remember from the 90s.
A classic.
But it's a classic shirt, but from the modern era. Or I do like.
Has it got the letter U on the badge?
It does, and it's got stars around it.
Yep.
Has it got a white stripe around the sleeve? Is it button up?
Yeah, button up, and it's got a thing down Umbro.
Danny's googling frantically, listener. I'm pretty sure of this right now. And Nick,
I would try and find it, but I keep lost it.
Is
that
the one? Yeah,
no, it's not that one.
It's not that one. Oh, that was the one I thought of.
It's got a proper colour on it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Josh has out hipstered me again here, dear listener.
Sorry.
Nicky mentions the.
I'd have to find it. It's in that cupboard, just there. I think it's in that cupboard, but there's a lot of weirder things in the way.
The kit that I think Nicky's mentioning was the Arsenal one that they wore against Lens in the Champions League, which was a one-off special, which the Tony Adams era, which was a blue kit that we wore with white shorts and white socks, and it's because Lens wore a red and they do wear red and yellow striped kits, and we had red home kit and yellow away, so we literally pulled a blue shirt from the Nike catalogue and got the Arsenal badge and sponsor put on it.
Josh
sponsored.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Yes, it's that one, the 90th edition.
Oh yeah, that's sexy.
I'll share it again. I've got it open in a separate window. Chrome tab. This one. Bada boom.
Danny, if you Google,
that is it. Yeah, the Universitario 90th anniversary Umbro special edition shirt. Look at that as a kit.
That is a peach.
Google what, Kris?
I hate V-necks, but that is just a... Oh.
If you Google... Oh, my computer's just frozen. If you Google image search... Hang on.
Hold on. Bum. No, it's bringing up arses. But they're hairy asses. And if you didn't want a hairy ass, just use Manscaped and shave your ass.
There you go.
See what I did there?
Click that link in the chat and you'll see the shirt that I think Nicky is referring to.
Jesus, he's all fucking organised, isn't he? Open that link in a new window, otherwise I'd leave the
I
screen.
think he's now just posted it in the chat. But
do you want the actual physical one?
Click the link I've just sent you in the chat.
Yeah, I know. I'm just asking.
Yeah, no, that one. That shows it off rather well.
StreamYard.
Excellent for the listeners of this podcast to listen to this.
They're not listening. No one listens anymore. No one
cares. Nobody listens.
I couldn't even bother to mute for that cough.
That one.
I didn't care.
And yes, I do have that shirt. I think it's worth in the region of about 700 quid, I believe, because there's so little of them were made. But yeah, that's the one-off, and it's just from the night catalogue. They just made it. There you go. Yeah, it's Remy Gard,
Martin Keown, Steve Bald.
Yeah, and that's in the days when like sleeves were literally like this. Like you wore your shirts with sleeves like that. It was great fun. Yeah, that's and the badge was sort of halfway across your tits. What the bagginess?
No, not the bagginess. You minge.
The kit.
Why they wore that kit only once?
I literally just explained it. That shows
I was busy trying to work out what Google bum meant.
We played Lens in the Champions League, and Lens had have a red and yellow striped home kit, and our home kit was red. Our away kit was yellow. It's the Sega Away Kit. Sega Away Kit. The yellow away kit we had at the time with the blue band. Yeah. So we couldn't wear it, so we had to have a one-off kit commission. This is back in the days before clubs had 3rd, 4th, 8th, 12th kits. You just had a home and away kit, so we had to have especially because if you look at that picture, if you go back, if you look at that picture again, just wait for Danny to put his hamster back on the wheel again. If you look at the shorts, that's the home kit shorts and the home kit socks. So we didn't have a whole kit made for us. We just wore the away, we wore the home shorts and the home socks. We just had that third, if you like.
So where would you go and get that kit from? How much notice did they have to go and get it? I know it's in the Arsenal shirt book.
They knew the game was coming up, so they had it commissioned by Nike a week earlier. But if you click this link, there's another story behind another kit that we once had, which I've also.
Nick said he wasn't talking about that kit.
Aston Villa in the then Coca-Cola Cup. Oh, okay. Well, and then I need to find out which one Nicky was referring to. But
you don't need to find out because he sent us the link. Danny just needs to open it from the chat.
Oh yeah, so he has.
He just sent me a link.
Have it, but...
This.
Oh, that's the one I was just about to refer to. That was worn in the semi-final of the Coca-Cola Cup at Villa Park because, again, Aston Villa, if you look in the background, had the claret kit. Our away kit that season was the navy blue with teal blue striped shirt. Away kit was it was basically that, but it was navy blue in the body with teal stripes or teal sleeves. And because the sleeves was very similar to Villa's, they said we couldn't wear it. So we had that one-off third yellow kit commissioned. And that's Paul Merson wearing it. And again, they're worth an awful lot of money now. So yeah, got that one as well. I've got that one with who's on the back of that? Not Kamomia. Who's on the back of that shirt? I think it's John Jensen, actually. I think it's on the back of that shirt. And the link that Nicky's referring to is the blue with the Dreamcast in.
That looks lovely. That's my favourite Arsenal kit now.
Yeah, I've got that one. In fact, I'll try and find that one while we're on air. So keep talking.
Well, I was going to say, how long are we going on for?
I'll try and find that one because I've got it in the box.
An hour. An hour, Josh.
Right back.
Another hour?
As long as it takes me to find this shirt.
He's only got 600 to look through, people. Hope you've got something to eat and something to wee in because it might be a long wait. Actually, that might be DCMA'd. You never know. Nick says, that's not my link. Hold on, yes it is, Nick. I went to the Twitch to find it.
I think it was the previous one.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, Kris kept sending in that you kept using. It's Chris's fault.
Use this, you scumbags. That kit is lovely. Loki says, I can get rid of this one now. Stop screen. Loki says where is it? The Marco van Basten AC Milan kit. Yeah.
It's all right.
Oh, Mike Hertz, Croatia 98, classic.
That's the Barcelona 2018.
Oh, they copied it. Yeah, the red and white checks. And there's that one. Oh, there we go. He's getting all carried away. Can't find it.
He hasn't got it.
Found it. I found two actually. So the one that we were wearing, we couldn't wear at Villa Park, was this one.
Oh yeah, I've got that. Oh, Schwartz.
You haven't got Stefan Schwartz's though, have you? That was Stefan Schwartz's shirt that he wore. I think it was away at Forest that year, I think. And Nicky is referring to that one.
That is stunning. I forgot we had that. How much is that worth?
And that one is it's an original because I don't know if you noticed, but that was the first year they started using the Premier League font, but without the Premier League logo in the font.
No idea.
So that's match print and Dicko's shirt and the original. I don't know if you can see. That's the original Champions League ball with the.
That's nice and small.
With the you can't really see it. It's like
is it embossed?
Shimmery, yeah, it's like
shiny.
But yeah, that is. It's a weird shirt actually because the cut of it's really weird because it's quite. You see how short it is in the front.
It's good for you.
Yeah, it's a really weird
bad for Josh.
Worth about 500.
Yeah.
That shirt.
Everybody knows how tall I am now on ABW.
They do, yes. It's that would like in the summer when it's nice and hot. Josh does like to go out with crop tops on to show off his belly button, so you could wear that, Josh.
It's especially good with the Manscaped razor, where I can now utilize and everyone can see the crown above that line as well. Show it off with my crop top and my low slung jeans.
And or you could get rid of your crab ladder.
I'm erect already. One day I'll dig out like all of my shirts and have them out. I tweeted.
That's what we should do. We should do a podcast just on Kris and his shirts. I think people might like that because no one else has got that many fucking shirts.
I highly doubt it. People will be bored in 10 minutes.
You get loads.
Back in the days when I was on Twitter, I did post my collection back then. But
the good old days.
Nicky asked the question as well why we couldn't buy that shirt. If you mean the one against Lons, Nicky, they never released it. If you mean the one I've just shown, that blue one with the Dreamcast, they did sell it. It was available on general release, but I don't think it was in again, this is before the days of the internet, so I don't think it was available on sort of general release. I think it was only
didn't print it in the catalogue, so to speak.
Yeah. Like if you got it on mail order, you could get it, but I don't think you could. I don't think you could get it in the shop or anything. I think anyway, but I'm sure the Dreamcast one. I'm sure you could get that. I don't know. Maybe you couldn't. I don't know. But I know that was a Champions League kit that we had specifically made, but the Lons one, yeah, they never released because it was just that catalogue special and that was it. The only reason I've got hold of one is because I know people in dark places.
Yeah.
Jimmy's made a good point in the chat as well.
Why don't they sell the back catalogue? They do.
They do, yeah.
There's certain eras, and they're all remade ones.
They do, but they're not really like the Bruised Banana. They're released, but they're not actually the official material or the official original designs. They're kind of.
I've got a fake Bruised Banana, and then they've got recreations.
Yeah, that's it. Recreations, yeah. Which are cool, but I think I had similar. That was the Night Premier range, wasn't it? Yeah. The Stuart Houston era sideline gear. There you go, Night Premier. There you go. Yeah.
You can go and buy that on eBay now. I think it's 175 quid.
Jesus, I gave mine away. The one I had like that.
That's sexy Frank wearing it, and I did that when I put it in the washing machine. That's mine.
Ticked.
And there was also one they used to wear, the long raincoat. That was from probably 88, 89, really long, almost down to your ankles, down below your knees, long raincoat. They're worth about 400 or 500 quid at the moment. I've got one. I lent it to Monkey Boy, and he fucking lost it.
So we were talking to Kev Campbell the other day about the socks and stuff. I can't remember what I did with all my socks that I had. I think I chucked them in the end because I just had a load of. Actually, no. I think I still got them. I think they're in the drawer under the bed. Anyway. Yeah, football socks. Because I was always a full kit wanker back in the day, and I had the full strips And some of those, they go for ridiculous prices. Classic football shirts have got loads of old kits. If anyone's interested in buying old kits, Tommy, could we stop being a dickhead? That'd be great. Thanks.
Did you see Jimmy H's question about why doesn't Arsenal sell back catalogue shirts?
Yeah, we just answered that. Why you?
Okay, I was busy trying to find my eBay.
You even answered it as well, Danny.
Yeah, you did.
What did I say?
You did.
I don't know, but it was probably shit.
You said about the catalogues and how you could order them from the catalogues.
Yeah.
You pillock. Borussia Dortmund are 5-2 up as well. What a time to be alive. Haaland's got 4 goals. And Atletico Madrid are beating Barcelona 1-0 as well.
How good is Haaland going to be the greatest striker of all time?
No.
Why?
He'll do his ACL in about 2 years' time, and then that'll be from fucks.
Oh, Man United got a penalty. Who'd have thought? Who'd have thought that? What a surprise!
Who'd have thunk it? That's why everyone bought Fernandes in this week and captained him in fancy football. Because at some point, some divey little mankfuck was going to dive
and get a penalty.
Fernandes. And apparently he was off the line as well.
Should we talk about... I was going to say, we didn't really talk about the how lucky Brighton were for the VAR decision.
I thought so, because that looked like the most...
That was well, in real time, it was you divey little prick. And then in slow motion, you're like, oh, fuck.
It did look divey. It looked divey, didn't it? Like because he went up. I think that's almost because I looked at it, I was like, Mike Dean. Well, he's gonna overturn this for the guy being a dive. But he did get the ball first, but then he clattered.
And then Michael Oliver's just like, yeah, I think that's a penalty. And then suddenly,
not Mike Dean, Michael Oliver.
Yeah, it's Michael Oliver, and you're like, what's going on here then?
Just so silly, wasn't it? But yes, unfortunately, Fernandes' goal stands. So whatever
behaviour. Shouldn't expect anything less, should we?
No,
never.
Jimmy H asked, what players today would you like to see in a previous kit? My one would be Aubameyang in the Highbury anniversary kit. Or is that the
Burgundy
blackcurrant?
Yeah,
which wasn't even an Arsenal kit ever.
I've got a very expensive version of that one, by the way.
But then, to be honest, yellow and blue was never an Arsenal colour until it became a tradition.
That's true.
Yeah, Away Kits used to be white and yellow, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
A common myth as well, that is, yeah.
Exactly. So, anyway, in terms of, which player we'd like to see? I don't know. Kris, were you going to answer?
No, Danny's made a good shout there. The Burgundy Highbury
No, that wasn't mine. That was Jimmy.
Oh, that was Jimmy's. Yeah, that's a good shout.
Mine one were in Mustafi in the 1983 green one, a ginger in a green kit.
Well, like Perry
Crime against humanity.
It is. How dare they do such a thing?
Orange and green don't go together.
No. I would say Rob Holding in the 94 home kit. Just a classic badge. It's not a particularly noteworthy kit. But I think Bob Holding would look like proper throwback in that, and you'd be like, "Oh yeah, someone's touched up that picture, just to bring it into HD."
I'd like to see Mikel Arteta in George Graham style shorts on the touchline. Just like those tiny little.
And if you are lucky enough to be wearing those kind of shorts, and you need to shave that area just in case some of the old chap pops out.
And how could you do that, Josh? There you go.
Manscaped. You've got a little light in there as well, just in case. And to be honest, with those shorts, easy access as well to the old fella. And you can give him a good old shave.
There you go. And using the code, Danny, you could get some money off. It's going across the bottom of the screen right now.
20% off if you use the code Bergkamp. And we all know who you need to go to their website. To be honest, no one types websites in anymore, do they? You just Google it and it tells you where you're trying to get to anyway.
Or Yahoo.
Or who's the other one? Ask Jeeves. Because he's been furloughed. So do give him a couple of things to do.
Is that still a thing? Chandler? I don't know if that's still a thing.
Don't know.
Talking of old players in kits, what do you think to this little beauty? Alexis Sanchez in the Adidas Arsenal kit from about 87, 86, 87, 88, something like that. That is by @Gunner BALLZ.
Not really on board with this whole retro movement though. I quite like the modern kits. I'm not really. Some of the retros are cool, but I'm not.
I really like our third kit, like more than I should.
This year?
Yeah.
Yeah, what, the blue? Yeah, I do. I would
blue
prefer...
and rose gold.
Yeah, I prefer pinker than the orangier applications, but I'm quite a big fan of the home kit this year. I think it's the best one we've had for a number of years.
How about that?
Yeah, that's kind of funky.
Edits by Ronan.
Yeah, that's quite funky. That kit's nice. I've got that gold one. Well, got all of them, but that is quite a nice one.
Yeah, if you go to any of the regular Arsenal people that do drawings and stuff, they all have loads of them. Now I've got 2 up again. I'm going to go for this one. There you look at that. Jack Wilshere.
Yeah, so you want that was a good kit. And MLS have got kits like that now. The Adidas with the stripes across the shoulders. In fact, I'm watching a game with a team wearing them now. Columbus have got a black kit with the yellow stripes across the shoulders. It's really quite smart. So yeah,
they've all got it, haven't they? Because it's MLS. It's just template.
Yeah, franchise.
The template league.
We'll all have the same
template league.
Yeah. It is a nice kit, I must admit. But yeah, certain colours work really well. The new kit for the team coming in called
FC Austin.
Austin, yeah. Oh, Columbus have just gone back in front, by the way, 2-1.
Green and black, because they didn't have a green and black team.
Well, it's green and green, isn't it? It's like light green and dark green.
It's green and black. Unless it's really, really dark forest green.
I think it is. I think it's like really dark. I'm going to check that. But yeah, it's a nice kit. I'm quite a big fan of that kit. So yeah, there's
Jimmy H 29. Yes, I can talk about the Welbeck finish. Or I think my favourite part about the Welbeck finish was the fact that 5 minutes later he then did a Welbeck first touch and it just squirreled away from him. He raced after it,
ruined all his good work.
Because I'm in a WhatsApp group with a lot of Brighton fans, and I've been telling them about Danny Welbeck, and I said he'd do something like this for you. And yeah.
Did Steph just go and buy one?
Yeah.
Steph?
And buy what?
He's just been and bought Manscaped and used the discount code.
Awesome. See, there you go.
There you go, Manscaped. We've sold one, and I think our Femi is going to go and buy one as well.
There you go. And we can now all know, and Danny has now publicised to the entire world, that if you do meet Stefan Selby and you are in such a position to see his testicles,
then you will know. Yes.
Then you will benefit from his freshly shaved region, and if you are lucky, he has deodorized it. And maybe toned it as well.
Toned
then
balls.
Put it all in the lovely Manscaped bag, which I'm going to put all. I've got a Tupperware box at the moment. It's got all my hair trimming stuff in. I'm going to take it all out, put it in the bin, and put it all in this, because look at that. It even smells of leather.
Do you want to hear something funny? Breaking news that I've just read on footballfootyheadlines.com.
Will it be you laughing at other people's misfortune?
Pretty much. Tottenham Hotspur 2021-22 third shirt will be Wild Berry. It's pink, boys and girls. It's
raspberry.
Pink, and it looks hideous.
Have you got a linky poo for the people that are watching?
No, because it's just literally a link to the colours they're going to be using, not the actual kit. But if you haven't seen it, have a look at Real Madrid's new kit that they wore against Villarreal today. It's very funky. It's got a dragon on the front. It's called the Real Madrid Human Race Football Kit. And it's got
it's the same one that we got, which was like it was a techno bruised banana.
Yeah, this one they actually wore on the pitch. It's got like a dragon across the front. It's very, very funky. But this Tottenham monstrosity looks absolutely laughable. So there's that.
Love hearing your mouse clicking, Kris. That's the favourite part of the pod. Loki has just said, I use a cutthroat on my ball bag, in brackets, coin purse, which I think that means that's what he's got now.
Yeah.
I think, Josh, I hate to ruin your day, but that kit is definitely green and green.
Oh, dear.
My mouse is
No. Actually, no, it isn't. It's green and black.
Mine's got nothing. Mine's got nothing. No moving parts.
You're an Apple fucking monkey.
Look, and my favourite bit about it, look where the charging port is, right at the bottom of the mouse. So you can't use the mouse while it's charging. Yes.
Battery powered, baby. Fuck yeah.
That's my favourite thing about it, is how annoying it is. Because technology shouldn't make your life easier without making another part of it a massive pain in the arse.
I just put the rechargeable. I've got rechargeables, and I put them in mine. Swap them around.
You've got rechargeables.
Rechargeables.
Manscaped did that.
Rechargeables.
If you did need rechargeables, I'm sure Manscaped would actually do you some rechargeables.
They provide a little thing to put your balls in to charge them overnight.
Right, before we go, just going to go and go back and have a look at the Manscaped website. You can see there it is, little charging unit, which is very good. That is in the bag.
One recommendation to anybody who is charging it, the charging light on it is very bright, so don't put it in your bedroom, because unless you need a night light, in which case
you won't sleep.
Crack on, because you won't sleep.
And then the side profile of it, the engineering of it, they've done an exploded view, which I think is what it is called, with a this bit shows there. I think that bit there, the blade on it is ceramic, so it's never going to go bad. Like brakes on Porsches, it's made from that. Waterproof, like you said, Josh, which I forgot to mention. There is ladies can use it. There's a lovely man in the bath because it's waterproof. A man, you can't use it as a microphone. The lady is reading the newspaper, and Jay is getting very excited about doing it in the shower. I'd be excited if I had a body like that. In fact, I'd be excited with a body like any of them. And there's laying on its side of the grip. That's why I find it really easy to use. It's got a lovely grip on it. An exploded view.
You can down onto it in that position as well.
You do. You can take the head off and clean it, which is what I found with one of my other ones. You can't take the head off. Ceramic steel and ceramic blade. Ceramic, stainless steel and a ceramic blade. Small teeth. We all know we don't want big teeth.
Did they know that you couldn't speak when they decided to sponsor us?
It's going to be a surprise.
Jimmy's just given the best review ever, and he says, "My wife used one on her nuts," which is excellent news. So.
Nobody likes Christmas hairy nuts. Hairy Christmas nuts.
Was that on your coconuts? Pre-shaved them before you smash them.
Jimmy's wife's nuts, I'm sure, are fine nuts.
Oh yes.
And what else was
there? Wonderful baritone.
Look at that. This is the important bit. A razor blade. After being using it for a month on 100 times magnification. Look at that. It's like It's like shaving with a bit of wood, and after 3 months, look at that. It's like shaving with a bad axe.
Good
Pointless. You won't get none of that with a ceramic cutting bit that comes off, gives it a clean. None of mine. That bit doesn't come off on any of my other ones. They're all going to go in the fucking bin. How to use? Press the button, shave away. Pro tip: slow and steady wins the race.
Pro tip. There you go.
Really,
with the review we've given tonight, we should probably be employed by Manscaped. I mean, we've done that.
Don't want to do that.
We should actually have some form of job with them by now. But yeah.
Si's got the same mouse as me. I only paid £5 for a mouse because I use podcast funds to pay for it, and I need a new one every few years because I get angry and I throw things.
Fraud. Well, there you go. I mean, I don't know what more we could say.
I don't think we can say much more, but
if
you do want to spend your hard-earned money on the Manscaped product, you can use the code Bergkamp for 20% off.
Uppercase, lowercase makes no difference. Loki says, "Can I just thin the bush so I can plait the rest?"
Yeah, absolutely.
See this? You get an attachment with it. I'm going to get rid of your question. I'm going to go to me. You get this attachment. Hold on. If I hold it up against my fat bald head, that slips on the end of it. And also, I was using that as a comb. Now, they don't say anywhere in the literature that it is a comb, but I've been combing my moustache with it, and
living your life, living your best.
I'm living la vida loca, locomotion. Something about trains. Either way,
locomotion.
And the bit that impresses me so much is that when I'm doing mine, I can't get. I can see. Imagine if I accidentally cut some of my moustache off now. That would be horrendous. I would be furious.
Wow. And of course, when you get to the end of November, you'll need something to whip it off with. Well, I mean, what more could you want than that? There you go.
I can't. Normally, we'd highlight what you've said, Bruce Newman, but we can't because the people from Manscaped might be watching this back. So, so we probably won't do that. Loki says he's sold. So I'm just going to, I'll get rid of all of my other ones. In fact, I might show you smashed up bits of my other ones that I will use just to take out my anger on now that I'm only going to use the Manscaped one. And it's good for trimming your beard and I could probably do my eyebrows with that as well because I do trim. I'm known for having a hairy eyebrow. Yes. Lovely.
And nasal hair. Don't forget the nasal hair.
No, I don't know. Like Billy Connolly says, I don't know what my body thinks has got in future for me, but I've got hairy noses and ears.
Yes, I've reached that stage of life. It's a sad time.
Nick says he sent me a picture of something on the Twitters. What's he
Don't have a
sent
look.
me?
It's definitely Manscaped related.
Yeah.
Nick's just sent you his balls.
Jesus. I think this is a great way
to end.
Great.
PNG. Oh, that's a G. Right, we've got warning of scumbag alert here. It's the man we all love to hate. I need to go here and then pop that in there. Go here and go back to StreamYard. Screen share. Chrome tab. Look at the state of this, people. Look at it.
Oh God!
Look at the absolute state
of it.
And that's just the kit.
Yeah. Sometimes there's no words, you know.
No.
You know, there's just no. You can actually feel the Spurs leaking out of that picture, can't you?
I wouldn't be surprised, Kris.
Horrific.
From the back of the shirt, it's got "I love Son" and Kane.
Yeah, almost certainly. Yeah, and he
And
probably runs off and does that stupid fucking heart shit when he does anything.
Probably got some Spurs socks rolled all the way, done all the way up to his thighs.
Yeah,
with a little bow around them so they don't fall down.
Yeah, man's an absolute disgrace. Simple, absolute disgrace. I don't think there's any better place to end than on that. To be honest,
well, there is. It would be it'd be the Manscaped page, wouldn't it? That's what. Yeah, it's going to go back to the Chrome tab.
I was caressing my shorts while you were talking about Ellis there.
It's going to go back, and we're going to end the show on that lovely piece of machinery there. That one there, which they sent us 4 of them, 1 each. It's very kind of them. So if you don't want hairy balls or hairy anything, you want to get rid of any kind of hair, that's your answer, Manscaped.
I will
go to the website
mine tomorrow. So think about me when you wake up.
I should have used mine today to trim the hair at the side, but I couldn't be bothered. My alarm went off at 5:30 p.m. and I thought, I'm not getting up. So I didn't. I went back to sleep. There you go. Right. God. Thank you to everybody who has joined us and put up with us yabbering on about absolutely nothing. I hope you like this new ABW Series X. John, we had a chit chat about newer names, and John said ABW X. We thought I'd add something new to that. So we come up with Series X, and they all liked it. Well, actually, they didn't all like it. Then no one told me not to do it, so I did it. That's the way it worked. And then we thought we'd talk about this for an hour, and it's been nearly 2 hours. So let us know in the comments if you have gone and bought anything from Manscaped using the code Bergkamp to get 20% off, or we give you Chris's email address so you can send pictures of your freshly shaved balls. I've got teeth. I have to do like that now. Now I can say freshly shaved balls.
It's like podcasting with Harry Kane.
And then we'll give you his email address, and you can send us pictures, and we'll forward them all to Kris because he will love them. We'll get them printed up and put on his wall behind them. And
if you've got because this series is literally us talking bollocks, as if you haven't already noticed by now, you've been
freshly shaved bollocks.
If you it's literally us talking bollocks. But if you've got any shows that if you've got topics that you'd like us to cover in the future, then let us know, and we'll ignore them all. We will genuinely take. So if there are if you want to hear a podcast about us talking about other football teams that's not Arsenal, or stuff about
topics. We will talk about the chocolate bar.
Yeah,
for at least 30 minutes.
We will not be talking about
underrated chocolate bar, I would say.
We will not be discussing anything about politics or what else is a no-go area?
Religion.
Religion, yeah, that's a no-go. Anything else? I mean,
Spurs.
pretty much. Other than Ellis, that should go without saying. But yeah, anything else, we'll happily take your requests on board, and we'll talk about them and stuff and things.
Well, I like the idea of a 2-hour show of you showing everyone your complete kit collection, because no one else has done that on YouTube. So we might do that. If people want to see that, let us know in the comments what you want. Notice I don't say the comments below, because only fucktards say that. No, mate, in the comments below. Well, where else are the fucking comments going to be? Above? No, you fucking morons.
They might be on the side.
I mean, if people really want to see my kits unboxed, then fine.
He says I can't talk.
Whip your kit out.
But yeah, people have watched. Millions of people have watched people unbox a PlayStation this week. So I guess maybe there is some people that would want to watch some kits.
Hey, Danny, you have the off button. You could just turn this off.
Let's just
whenever you wanted to.
Let's do that.
We don't need to listen to Kris rabbit on or rob it on.
Who would want to?
Look at that. Oh, vibrating and lit it up. All lit it up.
You look like Mrs. Santa having an absolute whale of a time.
Certainly is. Now I'm cold. Turn the heaters back on. Right, everybody. Thank you very much for joining us tonight for this 1 hour chat. Thank you very much, Kris, for letting me be mean to you.
You're welcome.
I know it makes your day.
It's great fun. I'm winding up my cat now, which is even more fun.
Thank you very much to Tall Josh. You've got any plans for interesting pictures of bridges coming up?
Maybe if I decide to leave the house, but now we're in global lockdown, who knows? But I might go and find that same interesting bridge and take another photo.
Do you just look back at those pictures on your Instagram and weep?
Yes, mainly.
Mainly pictures next week if anyone's interested. I'm hoping to get back out there.
No one's interested. That's why we won't ask him.
Fuck you, Josh. No one asked you. Fuck you.
No one asked you either.
Right, thank you to everybody in the chat who has put up with this nonsense for nearly 2 hours, and thank you to Manscaped for giving us one each. And we will probably mention this again. We won't go on about it as much as we did this time. But there again, we might do because it's very nice, and we're all going to use it. And finally, we should end the show the way we like to end the show with we've all put our hands together and give it a hashtag fuck Ellis.
Hashtag fuck Ellis.
Fuck